Hey, wow. Welcome everyone.
Oh, just
This is our first part of a podcast that we are starting. Me and GR Gamer, yeah?
yo. I need to give Craig permissions to join the chat. Give me a sec.
Okay, our first topic is going to be YouTube. So I'll start it off because we are
Just
having
just just
technical
wait. Let me let me
difficulties.
let me just yeah. Let me just give Craig podcast member There we go. Oh well, at least they can hear how it sounds like when my recorder joins.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun for them, I guess.
And we will be talking about the most random shit there is. So if
Now
we
recording.
now recording. If we jump from a topic to another topic, don't mind it. It's just us talking randomly.
Okay, let me just get my people caught up to date since I recorded. Yo, everybody, this is me and Daniel's podcast. We decided to make one real quick. We're not sure if we want to call it a podcast because it's just us talking a bunch of shit, to be honest. So yeah, we're just gonna be switching in between topics. Like for instance, we're gonna talk about gaming, then YouTube. We're just gonna be ourselves right now. So yeah, we can get started if you want to. I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So let's jump on the topic of YouTube.
Okay, yeah. I think we should start talking about how the money and
Yeah,
like how YouTube has been changing since last year, and I think it's changing for the worst in my opinion.
yeah. YouTube's algorithm has changed so much of the past year. Since this year, with the stuff, if you don't upload for kids, your content can get demonetized instantly or not, depending on what you say. It, if you take it as in the old days as well, it was never like that. Even
It
if you
was much
swear
better.
too much, your videos
Still
wouldn't even
fine.
get demonetized. Sure, there are certain words that are too strong, but still, it's up to the viewer if he wants to watch the content or not. And you also have a feature that you can say, don't recommend this channel to me on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So that also works a lot and helps a lot because I do it a lot if I don't want to watch a certain person.
Yeah, but the thing is, YouTube needs to get like I'm just gonna be honest. They need to get their shit straight because even now, if you're a family-friendly channel, you don't get as much money. Because I read something online that if you are a family-friendly content, your channel might not get monetized. It's stupid if you ask me. But I don't know if that's just what I read. I'm not sure if it's true or not. But I mean, YouTube needs to figure out what they want. Do they want family-friendly content or do they want swearing? Because
Yeah,
at this point, if you swear, you get more money. It's from what.
yeah, you see, it also runs off of um like the how can I say the creators' content,
Yeah.
because if you look at 90% of the creators now in these days, they most of them swear, and it's not out of
Yeah.
intention just to do it every single minute or every single second. It's just a
Just
normal
because it's
reaction.
like slip up.
Yeah, it's like a slip up. Everyone does it, especially if you play like scary games. Like you're going to slip up and say something. It's like if you hold that back, like the content, like a lot of people can agree, without somebody like raging or rage quitting, or
The
that
content's
makes a
not gonna
video
be
actually like really funny.
enjoyable.
Yeah,
Yep.
it makes it worth it. And
Mm.
that's what I think makes the videos golden, because oh, okay, I'm just gonna take like a few YouTubers as an example. If you take like Terrorizer and Dai,
Vanoms and them.
yeah, if you take them, if they play golf it or golf with friends, if Terrorizer doesn't screw over Dai, you don't get the funny
It
content.
won't be as funny.
Yeah, it won't
It's
be as
literally
funny.
not funny at all.
Yeah, you need to have something that makes the video a good element. Now, scary games already have their own elements. Scaring the shit out of someone so
Yeah.
that you can actually see they get scared, that works. That helps 100%. Now, if you take simple games
Yeah.
like Mario Kart and all of those stuff, those games are made, if you're not playing competition or whatever on them, you actually like have to screw each other over. That's what the games are for, so you can
Yeah,
get a
to make it
laughter
fun.
out of the game.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
suppose that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. YouTube doesn't like they constantly say, "Oh, we are making we're going to try and change YouTube for the better and make it fun for everybody else." But they are literally destroying the platform. I mean, I know, like, I mean, if you want to swear, sure, go ahead and swear, but don't swear. Let's say like with this, like if you swear, you lose a lot of money. You hardly get any money
Yeah,
from
but
because one of my friends, he's quite a big YouTuber. He has, I think, maybe 1,000 subscribers, maybe 2,000, 3,000, and he told me he hardly gets any money. So what I would do if I was the CEO, I would literally say you can swear, but don't demonetize everything. Like I would say you would get 70% of the profit instead of 100.
or
That's what I
or,
would do.
or not even that. The a really good idea, what I've actually been thinking about a while, is if you want a kid's YouTube, make a kid's YouTube. Like,
They have one, but it's not good at all. If I'm being real,
yeah, but you see, that one is
YouTube.
made for like 10 to 12-year-olds, or wait, 8
Oh
to
yeah, yeah.
12-year-olds. It's
Yeah, yeah,
made
it's for
for,
the younger demographic.
yeah, it's made for the younger kids. So either you must put in your policy that this is a thing for, wait, let's say like from 14 to up, like to 100 years
Yeah,
old channel. Because
yeah,
I have, I've actually heard by YouTubers and stuff when they're at like expos and stuff. There's older people in their 40s, 50s that come up to them and say their video content is actually good, but then you go and
it's
watch like other videos on YouTube that there are older people that disagree because they swear too much, they're
yeah,
inappropriate, and that's the thing. They're not doing it on purpose, it's for content. And they
yeah.
don't do
It's
it on purpose for content, it's just, it's there
hmm.
and it
It's
happens.
just like slip ups and whatever. Yeah, it's like you said with the YouTuber with older people. I saw a video the other day of a fan. You probably know David Dobrik. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of David Dobrik's fans. She got her dad actually into the vlogs, and I mean he's something in his 50s. And there's also another fan whose grandma is a huge fan of David Dobrik. And I mean it's for me it's amazing to see that like you don't really get the like I don't want to call them old people like the older generation. You don't get them. You wouldn't see them like for instance they wouldn't listen our kind of music. So it's quite interesting to see them actually watch the new generation of videos and but I mean it's really cool to see that
Yeah, but you
in
see,
my opinion.
the best part of it is um, that they are more open-minded about how the
Yeah,
world is changing and how the
it's not like
generation is
the other
changing.
people like it's more of the group that isn't that kind of people.
Yeah,
I'm not going to mention the names, but it's not those kind.
yeah,
Let's say older generation.
yeah. And if you take it now with, you get a lot of people that are not, they're not, I don't want to say narrow-minded, but they're not open to new stuff as easy. So if they see like a guy that streams every single day for money, or he makes videos for YouTube for money, um,
Yeah,
they think in their head, why is this guy 30 years old and still playing video games? It's, they don't find
yeah,
the point of that's what he wanted to do as his dream job. He loved to entertain people. He's not necessarily doing it for the money. The money is
mm, is an extra.
something that comes with the benefit of doing it and helps the creator to continue doing it. Because if you have to work a 6 to 8 job or a 6 to 5 job every single day, you're not going to have a lot of time to do YouTube,
Yeah.
and YouTube
Yeah.
takes a lot of time. It's now in these days you have to do a lot to actually pull content in. In the old days, you just had to upload a video, and
It
a
was
lot
sort
of
of fun.
people, especially the smaller communities, got pushed out a lot. And now the smaller
Mm.
communities get pushed down a lot. And there's actually a lot of big YouTubers that I've heard talk about it, um, that say the
Mm-hmm.
smaller channels don't get a lot of recognition because everybody's watching the big channels.
Yeah. It's I'm not gonna mention that. I'm not. I no. I'm not trying to throw shade against this guy, but I mean, a guy like Morgs, you know him. Like,
Mm,
I mean, his content isn't. It doesn't make sense. He's obnoxious. He's loud and whatever, and he gets a lot of views. But because he knows he's smart. He's smart about it, what he's doing. So I mean, you have to be really smart, and and you have to exactly know what like demographic to target. For instance, he's of course targeting little like kids. That sounds so
yeah,
wrong, but you know what I mean. He's targeting kids, so he knows exactly what he needs to do and how he needs to. So he's really smart about what he's doing, even though he's not. Even though his content is really annoying to us. I mean, kids love it, and of course they're gonna love it because he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's really smart for doing that, if I'm being really honest.
yeah. But first, remember, it's not made like for us as like it's
Yeah,
not made for our age. So
yeah, we wouldn't enjoy it.
it's made for the younger kids, and they like it more. So he's succeeding in what he aimed at
What he was
doing.
planning to, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. And I think the reason also a lot of YouTubers are switching to streaming is because YouTube's algorithm is getting too sensitive or too strong for the YouTubers, so they're not making as much. But you see, with the thing with
Yeah.
streaming is you still have your policies, what you need to run against and stuff, but it's not as strong on Twitch or Mixer. It's not as strong on
Mm.
there, and
Yeah, that's why I love Mixer, because I stream on Mixer sometimes. That's why I prefer to do live streaming on Mixer instead of YouTube.
yeah, and if you go and
Mm.
look, it's not just for watching the content creators, but if you go and look at actual big, not YouTubers but streamers, most of the streamers go to
Yeah,
Twitch or Mixer because on
yeah,
YouTube,
because
YouTube is more
YouTube.
like it's gameplay central. You have to have like a whole gameplay of something to do. And when I watched one of Jack's videos just the other day, and he said, like if somebody's playing like let's take Warzone for example, he wants the people
Yeah.
like to say, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then he wants the people to say why they are doing it, so he can learn more about the game. But you see, while you're doing that
Uh,
and streaming on the same time, it's not as easy. Um,
y-
but sure, it's informational. You like and
mm,
educational. You learn a lot about what the person is doing and why he's doing that. Um, and I think that's also something you can get a lot out of Fortnite because that
yeah.
helps a lot.
Mm, yeah, it's. I think what he said is right. I think if you want to, if you, in my opinion, if you really want to grow, listening to what you just said, that's actually a smart somehow standing out of like from the other channels because nobody says why they, for instance, need to do this to complete the mission or why or whatever. It's just straightforward. They just make jokes and whatever. They focus on explaining why you need to do it because if like in a lot of games I struggle. For instance, let's just take Fortnite for example. I would struggle to do that to know how to use a sniper or whatever, and then if you find somebody that explains you exactly how to use it and how the like let's say how far you need to aim above the guy to actually hit him or whatever, that's going to be really helpful, and you will get a lot of subscribers because people would want to see because you explain how to do stuff and not just play the game like a lot of people, like 99% of all the gaming YouTubers. So I
Yeah,
think what Jack said is really smart
yeah,
on that
and
front, on that.
You see, that type of content was big when YouTube first started because everybody
Yeah,
did tutorials on like
how
Minecraft,
to do
on
this and
how
yeah,
to
yeah,
get diamond blocks the easiest way, what levels you can find diamonds the most in, and
yeah.
like how to get a horse in Minecraft or all those types of stuff, those tutorial stuff.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, that's easier to get views and people drawn in because if you go and look, if you're struggling with a level in a game, you're gonna fall to YouTube to go and see, okay, listen, how do I get this right? How do I do it? And that's where the tutorial
Yeah,
videos come in, and that's where the those content creators make their money, and
yeah,
their views and their watch time and everything. And one of the things I see as overrated at this point is your watch time. Because in the old days, watch time didn't really matter. So it didn't matter how
yeah.
long the
Now
people were looking at your videos. It's just the fact that
now it
they
does.
did look at your video and that they clicked on it. That's all that
Yeah,
mattered. Now your biggest thing is watch time. If your watch time's not big, your video doesn't get recommended. Anything from
yeah,
10 minutes and lower doesn't get recommended that easily. It's really
mm,
hard to get your video up.
yeah. It's really
And
stupid. If you ask me.
the fact that I can understand that they push it to 1,000 subscribers before you can even get close to getting monetized, and
Yeah,
that's understandable because you need an audience big enough to make the watch time. But you see, once again,
yeah,
it falls to the watch time, and there's not a lot of games. Well, there's a lot of games, but there's not a lot that you're able to do proper gameplay on that is single player. Because if you go and
yeah,
look, it's more scary games like Resident Evil, and then indie scary games that you're able to play that are solo
yeah,
and that actually give you the scare, like Five Nights at Freddy's and all of those stuff. And other games don't really have that because if you play with friends, it's better because it's more
yeah.
content. It just helps with your
Funnier.
video and everything. So if you do YouTube these days, it's better to do it like with a friend like here, and instead
Yeah,
of doing it alone, because even if you go and look at the YouTubers' videos, like go and look at Vanos and then go and look at Jack or Markiplier. I can't take PewDiePie now because what what happened to him in T series, but
oh fuck yeah,
yeah, he's like out of the count with subscribers, so you can't really take that. Vanos' channel is basically his main channel is just based on friends and gameplay with
yeah,
friends. So it's Golf It, it's Gmod. Gmod's the biggest part of it. Death runs, everything like that with all of his friends, the laughter, the killing each other, all of that helps with
yeah.
boosting whatever he has, and that's how why he's such a big content creator. Even though he doesn't upload every day, he uploads
He
like
still
what?
gets a lot,
He
like a
uploads
lot of
what,
views.
like,
I think like twice,
yeah,
maybe
twice a
three,
week.
4 times a week around there.
Yeah, it's it's like twice a week
It
or three
depends
times a
on
week or
how.
something.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, I think it's like
But I mean,
twice.
yeah, he's.
I'm not sure.
We can check later. We can check later. It's fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love his content is especially for me because his content's enjoyable. It's funny to see how him and his friends react to, for instance, him killing other people, and even just the dumb jokes they make. That makes their content special and different to others. And I think Vanos, he okay, doesn't pull as much views as he used to. I noticed, but I mean, he still gets a lot of views, and I think if you want to become big in YouTube these days, you need to have a good friend group that is willing to record with you, and that's one thing that sucks really hard. Um, not like most of my friends don't like the idea of being YouTubers, except for the small group we have on Discord. By the way, I'll put links in the description. Haha. Sorry, I had to make a little self promotion. But like you need to have a good friend group that is willing to record with you and is willing to make funny content and whatever with you to be able to make it big in today's YouTube, which I think is a bit dumb. What I would do, this is something I just thought of. Maybe they should make like uh, for gaming, they should make two categories for game. For if you, for instance, just want to watch single player gameplay and whatever, you should go, you should upload on that side of YouTube, and then if you want to do like multiplayer game mode, gaming and whatever, you should upload on that side. Like in, let's say for in real life too, if you want to do a collab with a bigger YouTube, for instance, James Charles, he does a lot of collabs like that. You should go onto the collabing side of things. Like
Yeah,
I think that should be a good idea because it will give smaller creators a bit more recognition.
yeah,
People, if you go onto YouTube and it's gaming, it's
yeah,
just mixed up. Like if you like, let's say I watch your video for instance, and it's solo gameplay. It I oftentimes get recommended of other bigger multiplayer like Vanos' group. I always see that in my recommended if I watch your videos. None of my other friends do a single player. I once see Markiplier's videos, so I think they should make like categories on their own, so
yeah,
just for those group and just for that group. I think that'll be good.
yeah, and that's gonna help a lot actually as well. And
Yeah,
then one of the other big things is with YouTube is the money part, but you can't
yeah,
stretch it. You can't stretch it too much. It's fine if you make for every 25 views $1, but it's not guaranteed that you're going to make money off that video, even if it's not
yeah,
demonetized, or even if it's monetized. The probability of you making money is really low, and that's why a
yeah.
lot of people are on Twitch. But you see, from Twitch, you're relying on your followers, your subscribers, to like donate money, and it is really harsh, but it is what people they donate, and they do that to keep on continue to watching their favorite Twitch streamer. Like, let's take
Mm.
for instance Tifu or a Phase member.
Ninja or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you donate so they can continue to do what they love to do, and you can continue watching them because you love to watch them play games because you like how they play, and that's what
Mm.
really helps for you.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm changing the topic. But speaking of Twitch streamers, I think Twitch is taking it a bit far. I know this is off topic, but I
Mm-mm.
just had to say this. Like the story with Alinity and the girl Twitch streamers. That's why a lot of big streamers like Ninja is switched to what's called Mixer
Yeah,
because on Twitch they're a lot more strict with the male streamers than with like the female streamers because I've noticed I watch Twitch sometimes, not anymore because it's boring in my opinion. For me it is of course, but I just noticed how they hardly say anything with the story of the Linity throwing her cat and feeding the cat vodka and whatever, even though it will literally kill the cat because it's poisonous to them, and she still hasn't been banned or even said on even getting blocked for like a month of Twitch or whatever, and gets a lot of it. She gets a lot of attention from the media and whatever, and there's still nothing done towards her about this whole story. So I think Twitch highly sexist, and they need to work on.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah, okay, yeah,
but you
we can go
see,
back to.
you see, one of the big things with Twitch is because it's just straight streaming, their policy isn't that hard on the people, so they can keep the people there. And
Yeah,
um, girl viewers don't, girl streamers don't necessarily pull more views. That is something I have recognized. It also depends on what games you're playing on Twitch, because at this
mm,
moment, Valorant is taking the streaming world over, but Valorant
yeah,
is like nothing on YouTube because
I know.
it is
Yeah,
not made for playthroughs, and YouTube is made for playthroughs on games, and funny content.
Yeah.
And Valorant is competition and all of those types of stuff, and that's where Twitch and Mixer come really big in.
Yeah. And I think what you agree on there, like, I know most girl streamers don't pull that much views and whatever. Like I don't want to send any hate to any of these people. Like, I mean, it's rude, but Alinity, she gets a lot more views than a lot of people, and and everybody knows why. It's because she's heavy. She knows she has a nice body, and she's not afraid to show it all. That's one thing that kind of annoys me, because a lot of people have to work hard, like edit really well, have to put in a lot of work into their YouTube channel, or game, or like live stream, what's called your Twitch channel and everything. And she, or literally, again, I'm not trying to throw any hate towards her, but she literally, all she does is show off her body, and she knows that's why she gets a lot of views. And I checked up, I googled her demographic, and I don't know if it's true, but they said 80% of her viewers are just are boys under are boys under 20. So it's,
Yeah.
I don't know if
You
it's
see,
true or not. I just saw it, but I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
see that's the big thing is she's using it to not just pull views and all of those types of stuff, but it's hard for Twitch to strike her with anything because she's not doing anything against the policy. If she had to do that on YouTube, she would be striked
Jesus
for
Christ, yeah,
being against the policy, because YouTube has a strict policy
mm,
against
mm,
showing off your body and making anyone else feel bad about them and stuff like that. So
yeah.
it's
The
not
the only
as easy.
thing I hate that she didn't get blocked for, or like banned for, whatever, is the story with the cat. I mean, she abused the cat. There's one where she gave the cat vodka, which is poisonous, like I said, and she still didn't get banned for that. Like, I understand if Twitch wants to for not nudity, but for the showing off of a body and whatever. But I mean, they could have at least like banned her for a week or something to
Yeah,
do with the or with the cat story.
y-
And there's another you probably heard of him. He's one of the what's it called, the misfits, or what's fuck, the weird one, Mason.
yeah, yeah.
Mason, he uploaded a video to YouTube the other day talking about how Twitch banned him for saying. But I mean, there was a video of a Twitch streamer when Twitch was, it wasn't early, but it was when Twitch was still not like as popular as it is now, where she said the N word and she didn't get banned. But Mason said, I don't think he even meant to say something racist. It was literally just an accident, but it wasn't meant in a racist way. And he still got for I think a month, and it took him quite. I don't know how long he got banned, but I knew he had to do some serious, like, talking to the CEO and whatever, like the big people of Twitch. He had to message a bunch of them to get them to actually like unban him and whatever. And it took him a while to get unbanned. And I mean, a lot of people say the N word on Twitch. There's clips of a bunch of girls streamers saying the N word, and what do they get? They get absolutely fuck all.
Yeah,
So I mean,
you see, there's a lot of variety, um, especially on Twitch. That's why there's a lot of streamers that try and go family friendly on Twitch, so they don't go that hard against the policy. Because again, on Twitch, if you swear or anything like that, you're not you're not gonna get recommended so easily, because most of the streamers I watch don't even swear that much, and that's like Myth and
oh yeah,
Phase Replays. Okay, well, Replays doesn't swear because he plays with Nick, and Nick is family
yeah,
friendly. And the thing is, just I watch, like, I also have 3 girl streamers that I watch, and they don't show their bodies off at all or anything, but they make like jokes or inappropriate
yeah,
jokes and funny stuff,
yeah. The funny
and
jokes.
they don't take offense to what like and one of the girl streamers I watch, she only plays with boys, and she plays Call of Duty, and they make inappropriate jokes. She doesn't get offended. She just gives them something back to eat on.
She laughs.
Yeah, and that's one of the good things that I like about it, and what actually helps a lot because it makes the variety of the channel a little bit better, but Twitch has a lot of stuff they need to work on between content creators and stuff. But there's a lot of clips of people that forget to put off their stream, and then they show inappropriate stuff on the stream, and
Oh yeah.
those people get banned. But Twitch also violates you a lot of times if you do something wrong like that. Um, but I don't think, if I'm correct, I don't think abuse is in their policy. Um,
Oh
but
no.
you
What
can red,
animal abuse
yeah, you
or
can
normal
red
abuse?
flag it.
Animal abuse is yeah.
Yeah, but you see, you can red flag it. Like you see, but that depends on your followers. If too many people red flag the video, and because as soon as you red flag it, they're gonna ask you why you're doing it. So then you just type in why, because she did this and this, and that is wrong, and it's abuse or whatever. And then she
Yeah.
will either get warning, or she will get a ban, or she'll get a message from Twitch saying that she's doing this wrong. You must immediately stop doing it. If you do it again, you'll get banned. And Twitch takes it really slow when it comes to
Yeah.
um, like taking content creators off, because they're trying to keep their platform as the biggest platform there is for gaming. What at this moment it is doing really well with the new game Valorant, and there's no surprise there. Why not? So it really depends on your followers, because it's the same on YouTube, and it's harsh to say, but it's over and passed away. It's the same thing that happened with Logan.
Yeah. The only thing is, I mean, I've noticed that like Twitch does that with the story with not banning them straight away. But I mean, I don't want to talk too much about this topic because it's literally just pointless.
Yeah,
But I mean, they did still they did still ban Mason without like giving him a warning or anything. They literally just banned him. That's one thing I hate about Twitch, because I do find it kind of sexist how they just ban the male streamers straight away without giving like any warning of getting the ban ready to like do and whatever. But it's just really bad on what they do. Like they didn't warn him, and there's nothing we can do about it now because it's over and done with. But I mean, if it continues happening, I think everybody will most likely switch to a different platform.
yeah, yeah. But you see, the relevance of people switching are really big actually. Um, because Twitch and Mixer at this point are, I want to say, in competition of which is the best streaming gaming side. But Twitch has been up for a lot longer, and Twitch has
Yeah,
made its name among a lot of people, and Twitch has not started to die out yet, and I don't think it will die soon. But YouTube is definitely leading down that road, and
yeah, definitely.
one
Here
of
I
the
cannot disagree.
if you want to say, one of the sad things to think about is, if you take the big YouTubers like Jack, Markiplier, Vanos, Terrorizer, PewDiePie, if those types of guys,
Yeah, you can continue talking.
yeah, that would just be put together, because I'm not gonna cut that now because that's just pointless. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So if you actually talking about like the future of like video games and streaming and all of those types of stuff, um, it can definitely say it's gonna fall like to Twitch and Mixer, and you never know. Maybe there's gonna
yeah.
come a new streaming site out
Or a
in
new
a few
YouTube.
years, and it's not easy to create how can I say a streaming site like YouTube or stuff like that, because I've
Mm.
actually done research on it, and you don't get
It
people
takes a lot of
that
dedication.
yeah, you don't get people that tell you how to do it or how to create a
Mm.
small one or easier one like that. And I think the big thing is with YouTube is the fact that Google owns YouTube is how Google makes money and YouTube is able to make money and give money. So
Yeah,
that's also one of the big things is the ad revenue and the ads and stuff, and everybody knows how irritating ads are, but as a content
yeah.
creator you want
You need
people
ads.
to see the
Yeah,
ads
you want.
so you can make the money.
Yeah, that's basically like the only way. Let's say a living off YouTube with ads. Like if you don't get ads and you constantly get like ad blocked or whatever, you will. It's basically impossible to make money if you're let's say a channel with 1 million subscribers. You need ads to get and yeah. So basically, for smaller channels, that's like the only way to get ads. With Markiplier and them, it's different because they get members and stuff like.
Yeah,
But yeah, with smaller
and
channels, the only real income is basically ads.
yeah, and you see with Mark and them, the members and those types of stuff is they like I think the member count on those moments is I think it's like $2.5 that you pay every single month.
Yeah,
And if you
I
take
think.
that, that's like what, $60 a month or something? Yeah, that's like $60 a month.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 60, like 60, okay, you can like say like
around there.
$62.
Let's just say 60 around there.
Yeah. And if you
And I
make,
mean, with each person,
yeah, if you take like from each person, then that's like easy. That's a lot of money. And let's say,
it's more than $1,000, a lot more.
yeah, let's say what, like 20,000 people? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, let's take 20,000 people as an example. That's 1,200 rand a month. Like,
Dollars.
dollars, sorry. Um,
Yeah, no, it's fine. Sorry, we use rand. If you guys haven't noticed,
yeah,
our money currency is called rand.
yeah, our money currency is the shittest of it all. Um, but it's it's difficult. But one thing I don't really know, especially for our country, is will YouTube pay us in dollars or will they pay us in our
No, they'll pay
currency?
in. Yeah, you can choose. You can choose. I set my channel so if my channel does get monetized, I will get paid in rand. Or you can set it.
Yeah, but you see, if you're gonna get paid in our currency, you're going to get paid actually really lower price because
Yeah.
well,
Are you there?
yeah, yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I thought the mic cut out. Yeah. You get paid. You don't get as much money as you would with dollars. That's one thing. Because I mean, it's hard. Like they will notice that you won't get. They will see that the rand isn't that strong, so they will most like. So like, let's say $1,000 is 10,000 rand. They will most likely take a lot more of your than they would as if with like dollars, because I know I know they do take a little bit of the money as for them. I mean, how else would they make money and be able to pay other creators? But I mean, with the rand, they will most likely take a lot more than they would with people that get paid in dollars. If I That's how I kind of think of how it would go.
Yeah, that's exactly actually how it would go. But remember, if you take dollars into our currency, it like goes up with a lot. So if you're only gonna take
Yeah.
rand as the currency, you're only gonna make what they make in dollar in rand. So if you actually
Mm.
work it smarter, just take the money in dollar, convert it to rand, and then you make a
But
lot more.
the thing is, how I think YouTube pays straight into your bank account. So how? how will they be able to pay if it's in dollars, not rand?
Yeah, but remember they
Oh,
pay.
they can probably pay through like e-wallet or something.
Remember they pay
That's
with
that's
dollar.
probably how they pay.
You see, they pay
Yeah,
with dollars. So if you get, let's say, $8,000 for a video, they're gonna pay you $8,000. They're not paying you 8,000 rand. They're paying you $8,000. So that's gonna go into
yeah,
your bank, but your bank is gonna call you and tell you why does the currency run to dollars? Well, that's how I think
yeah.
it would
You
go,
probably
but I think they would actually just say it's like 8,000 rand.
yeah. I think you will most likely probably how it might work is they might if you live in a different country and you want a different currency, they will most likely like pay through e-wallets or something like that because those currencies you can use in any kind of country or whatever you because yeah, it's basically like a universal bank. You can it takes all your money and you can convert it to whatever you want and you can like go to the bank and get that money withdrawn.
Yeah.
That's how I think it works. Yeah.
It's like PayPal. So
Yes, yeah, it's basically yeah, I think that will most likely pay through PayPal if you want a different currency.
yeah, you see, as soon as you get monetization and stuff like that, you can decide on what you want them to pay
Currency.
you to. So they can either pay to your bank card or to PayPal or like all the different types of stuff. And all you need to do
Yeah.
is just give them the details that they need to pay to, and then they pay the
Yeah,
money
yeah.
in there whenever you get revenue from your video.
Yeah.
Y-
Uh, I think this is quite fun. I like we should do this more. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like we can maybe do like a weekly podcast of
Maybe
like what
talking
yeah
bunch
we could maybe like say what happened in the past week, what happened to YouTube or to Twitch, or like what happened to
yeah.
certain games, why didn't they get released, why did they get caught back or stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I think we are running out of time because we've been recording for a while.
Yeah, it's like I think like 50 minutes already, close to that.
Yeah, so but
Okay.
yeah, this was quite amazing, and I think we should do it again. I'm gonna go finally edit my Uno video, like I said I was gonna do 7 videos back. God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will go and make our thumbnails for the video. If you want to, you can make your own, but I think it's better if like we I let I can start the design and I can send it to you and you can finish it or whatever. We can still decide.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Okay, this was quite fun, and thank you for the listening.
No problem. Thank you for listening.
Okay, now we just need to decide upon a name. So I will see everybody in the next video. I'll talk to everybody later, and thank you, Daniel, for joining me. Uh, thank you, everybody, for watching this or listening to this. And yeah,
Okay, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you Joel for joining me in this podcast,
you're welcome.
and I'll see all of you in the